What's up, Power Director peeps? Thank you so much for joining me for today's live stream. Now, I'm going to give you the lowdown on what's going on this live stream so that you know what's up and you know where I'm headed. Now, Cyberlink updated the PowerDirector app user interface and added some new content and some new features back on March 2nd. So I'm going to break all of that down for you today. Now, we're going to discuss those changes and we want to make sure that you know what changed, where to find them, know what things were moved to, all that, yada, 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 yada. You know how it goes. Now, after I talk through all of those tidbits, I'm going to go ahead and give you my opinion on everything and tell you how I feel. Okay? I got to tell you, explain my feelings on the situation. Okay? I know you might not give a dang, but hey, it is what it is. Now, before we get started, I'm going to dive into the chat and give a few shout outs to the people who joined us today. So let me check out, see who's in the building right now. Oh, we got 3 Live Stream. What's up, 3 Live Stream? What's going down with you? Glad to see you in today's live stream. Thank you for joining me today. All right. And we, of course, got SB Promo Vids coming at us from the beautiful UK. What's going on, SB Promo Videos, or Vids, as he likes to call them. We also got my boy, Pete Milner, or Peter J. Milner. Let's go ahead and get it right. Get it right. We got Peter J. Milner coming in from Southwest UK. What's going on, Peter? Thanks for joining us. And we also got, some other people jumping into the stream right now. We got my boy, Kranti Sani, or Sani. If I'm saying that wrong, let me know. I apologize. But thank you for joining us, Kranti. Kranti, nice to have you in the stream. That's about it. That's all that I see going on in the stream right now. If there's more, sorry I missed you. Coming right back at you. But before I do that, I think it's time that we jump into these UI changes and these updates. All right. So when you first open up the app, there's not much of a difference. You can see right here. I'm just trying to get a little fix on my camera, make sure it's all correctly done here. I'll make sure I'm nice and centered, looking all beautiful. Hi. Okay, anyway, so you see not much difference on the screen, right? Now, don't fret, my friends, because when you open it up, you're going to go ahead and see some new stuff if you select a new project or you select to edit a project. So we're going to do new project. Let's jump into 16 by 9, and boom, you see the new snazzy update. This is the new UI. Now, right now, we're under the video tab. You see that the tabs will move to the left-hand side of everything. It just looks a lot more, I guess, GUI-like, if that's a word. Is that a word, GUI-like? Let me know in the chat. Is GUI-like? I don't know. But they're GUI-like. And you got your video, you got your photo, and you got your music tabs. Now, as you can see, there used to be a capture folder here. There's no longer a capture folder. Now they actually added an icon. If you look at the upper right-hand side of the screen, you see a little camera up there. That's the new capture tool. So instead of having to find a folder, you just tap on that up on the upper right, and you can capture video through your device or capture photos through your device. Now, let's say that you went to the music tab. Well, there used to be a voiceover folder here. So as you can see on the top right-hand side, now we've got a little microphone. So this little microphone is now the voiceover mic. So if you need to do a voiceover using it, then you just tap this mic instead of tapping on a folder. So you got your photos here. And once again, you got a capture icon on the upper right-hand corner of that tab. So the basic changes here, the things were moved from the top. The tabs were moved to the left-hand side, just making more space. They tell you which tab you're in now. So if you tap on a tab, then it tells you at the top which tab you're in, so there's no confusion. Makes it easier to use. Added that icon to the upper right hand side to capture audio, images, or videos. All right, so I'm going to add a video here to the timeline to get things crack-a-lacking. Might need to use that later on. All right, so what do you think about those changes so far? Let me know in the chat how you feeling about those changes to the user interface. But there's more. Oh, yes, there's more. All right, so let's check out some overlays now. So we're going to tap on the overlay icon. And now at the top, there's themes. So we're in the titles area right now. So under the titles, you see some themes going across the top. You got your default title, you got social media, you got TV broadcast. So you can basically jump to different sections just by tapping on these options at the top. And then the one that you're in is white, so you're not confused about which area you're in. So that's pretty cool. Now, speaking of new things, there's actually some new content in here. There's some new social media themed titles that they have. They also call them blogger titles, but you can see them here. If we go to this first one and we press play, we can preview it, see what it looks like there. Let's go ahead and do another one. We'll preview one more for you. And I'm not going to go through the whole preview because you know how things take time. Things take time. And then we got this one here. So a lot of good stuff. Now, when you actually add a title to the timeline now, there's a difference. It actually color codes different things that you add. So if I tap on this social media one and I hit the plus sign, it's going to add it to one of the overlay tracks, and you see that now the title track is orange, and it has the whatever wording that you're using in the title. It always had the wording in there, but now it's a different color. Now it's orange. So any titles that you add are going to be orange, so you can identify them in your timeline quicker. All right. So if we go down to the next tab, you got your video tab. Once again, those tabs are moved over to the side. And once again, you got your capture icon over at the top right. Now, if you were to add a video to one of the overlay tracks, then it shows a thumbnail of what that clip is at the beginning, and then the rest of the clip is yellow. So once again, it's using colors to identify things differently. So if we went here to videos and we tap on this video and tap the plus sign, now you'll see that it has that thumbnail at the beginning to kind of tell you which video it is. And then it goes ahead and it adds the color to this clip, which is yellow. So I know that my main track has all thumbnails, my title is orange, and my video clip that I added is yellow. So there you got that. Now, as long as we're here, I want to show you a new filter. So there was a new filter that was added called Cyberpunk. So if we tap on this overlay clip, and then we go to filter, you'll see here that there's a option called Cyberpunk. And so you can just tap on different ones and see what they look like here. So that's a beautiful thing. Pretty cool, pretty cool. I'm going to change this back to none. All right. And I'm going to go back. And if we go back to the overlay tab, then we also see that we've got photos. Same dealio here. If you go ahead and grab a photo, let's just go here. Doesn't matter which one, and you add it. Once again, it's yellow because it's an overlay. Then we got stickers. So there were some themes that were added to the top for stickers. So now you got new, free, and download right up there at the top. Easier to find them. Pretty simple there. And last thing I wanted to talk about here is audio. So if I go back and I go to the media icon and I go to music, and let's say I go to, let's see, music here. I'll tap this music and I'll hit the plus sign. When we add music to the timeline, then you can tell that this is purple. So if we go back to our main layer, we can see the differences between all the clips. You got your title, orange, yellow for your overlay clips and images, and then purple for your audio. So different colors to help you identify all the different things. So coolness right there, at least in my feeble opinion. So what are your thoughts on the overlay and the music changes? Let me know those things in the chat. Before I go on to the next section, I'm going to go check on the chat again, see what's cracking up in there. See if there's anything I need to talk about here. Let's see. We got some, just a few little comments here, some things. We got Three live streams is yeah, gooey. I know that might be an Austin Powers reference. Yeah, baby. Yeah, gooey. You know, I don't know, but I like it. Um, let's see. We got all types of things here. Some of the stuff I'm not going to get to. I'm going to go ahead and say what's good to the luxury boys. He says, hello, dude. What's going on, luxury boys? We got Zunes. Let's see here. We got Zunez. Looks like Zunez plays. What's up? What's up? Aye. What's up? Zunez plays. All right, I'm gonna get back. Let me get back to my thing I was doing ahead of this. But I wanted to drop in, say what's going on to all my people out there. Howdy. All right. So when you tap on the clip, just to give you an idea, the options are the same. Nothing has really changed there. If you tap on a clip, you're gonna see all the same options along the bottom of the screen that you always saw. One thing that looks different is the transition icon. So if we add, let's say we add another clip to the main track here, then you'll see the transition icon looks different. Now it's just a straight line inside of a box. Used to look a little different before. You know, if I go ahead and tap on a clip on the overlay track, once again, all of these options are the same as before. Nothing different there. Settings, as far as settings goes, if you go to settings, audio mixing, it just looks the same. Pops out over here on the left-hand side with the different changes that you can make to each track for the audio. Nothing different there. Settings options. If you go to settings, the UI here didn't change at all. It seems like they changed the UI for most of the stuff, but they didn't change the UI for settings. I don't know why, but it is what it is. So no changes here, just kind of looks the same. Then you got your produce options. So if you tap on the button to produce, you go to your produce settings. Not really much different here. Everything's the same, you know. So basically, those are all the changes. We got some new content with those new titles that came out for the social media titles or the blogger titles. We got some new filters for Cyberpunk, and then we got a bunch of different changes to the user interface. So a lot of stuff to really jump into. Now, to me, the different themes for the titles and the stickers were good additions. As a matter of fact, let me show you the stickers real quick because I don't know if I showed you that. Yeah, I did. I showed you the different things on the stickers here, just different themes at the top. So those different themes are good. They're welcome additions to me. Adding different colors for the items that you place into the different timeline tracks. That makes it easier to identify your assets in the timeline. So that's a good thing. You know, moving the capture and voiceover icons, I think it's good to put them over on the right-hand side, just that you don't have to try to find the folder. It just makes your workflow a little bit quicker. Every second counts when it comes to editing, as far as I'm concerned. So overall, I think it looks pretty good. You know, I ain't gonna hate on it. It looks pretty good. A little snazzy, a little gooey, a little colorful. To me, only time will tell if those changes are really going to improve the workflow for anyone who uses the program. Really depends on the individual and what tools they do or don't use. Like I said, I think that the new blogger titles are pretty cool. So for the social media titles, they look good. I wouldn't have any issues using them in my videos. Could they have been a bit more professional? Probably so. But I don't think that I would have an issue using any of those titles in the video that I make. I think they look pretty good. That Cyberpunk filter, if you're a gamer, you're probably going to use the hell out of it. There's a lot of different options in there that you can use. You might even use it on other videos. It really depends on your needs. For me, it's not a big thing. Not making those types of videos or types of videos where I need to put those types of filters on to my edits. But if you use filters, this is a pretty dope one. Cyberpunk seems to be like the end thing for the last few months. So, you know, high time that they added the option. So I guess that's it. Now it's really about you guys, the chat, what you guys think about all of these changes. Let's have a little convo. Let's chit chat a little bit. Let's chit chat, see where it's at. So I'm going back into the chat, Mike, and I'm not real time now, people, because I've been talking for a while you guys been dropping your comments. So I'll try to catch up as quickly as possible to real time, and then we'll have a real time conversation. But right now I'm jumping back to 3 live streams. So 3 live stream says, I had so much trouble with PowerDirector Mobile this week after update. It kept crashing while I was transferring it to my phone gallery like I always do. So I saw a few comments about things not working with the update. So, it's really important that you really select how you're going to manage your updates, because sometimes you might want to wait to update your PowerDirector app, because maybe you'll look in the reviews and see that other people are not having a good experience with the latest update, and maybe you want to wait, right? Maybe you want to turn off automatic updates for the app. Not sure if you do that within the app itself or if you do it within the Play Store. I know that for me, I have it set up in the Play Store where I do my updates manually. So I have to go into the Play Store. I have to select to update it. It doesn't just update them on their own. And if I go to settings, which I'm in right now, I don't see an option in here to do automatic updates. So let me go ahead and share what I'm looking at here again. So unless I'm missing it, and that's very possible. I don't see any option in here for auto updates. So I would think that it's actually on the Play Store or in your app settings through your device, or whether or not you do automatic updates. If you know where to go to do automatic updates, share that in the chat so that everybody else is aware of how to turn off automatic updates. If you know exactly if it's in your device, if it's in the Play Store or the App Store, share that with the group. Appreciate ya. All right. Peter Milner says, yes, we care what you think. We, or I, take appreciation from your tutorials. I appreciate that, man. This channel for the mobile is trying to get it off the ground still. I would say I'm pretty pleased so far with how many people are joining, watching the videos, things like that. I'm hoping to do some things to help to get more people engaged in the channel, but I'm very happy that people are appreciative of the app tutorials out there too. So thanks for doing your thing and watching me. So I guess SB Promo Vid said there was some visual glitches going on. I don't know if that was with my stream or something else, but hopefully the stream got sorted out. Oh, he says sorted. There it is. Sorted. All right. So I'm going to let that go. All right. Let's see. I'm just scrolling through, trying to see some good comments on here. All right. SB Promo Vid said, I like some of the new titles, but the shapes are still not editable like the colors. Yeah, that stinks. That's the biggest pet peeve from the mobile app perspective, is that you can't edit the colors. It's the same thing in the PC version for some titles, but there are titles that you can edit the graphics. So if it's like a shape or whatever, you can edit the text as well as the graphic colors in the PC version, but in the mobile version you can't. I don't really know if that's because they're worried about I don't know, the processing power. The more edits and the more things that you change, the more likely that it's going to use up more of your processor on your mobile device. And the processors on the mobile devices are not as, reliable, and they can't take as much workload as ones on the PC. So maybe that's it. I don't know. But like I always say, if you want to get feedback about those things, go to settings. Then go to FAQ and send feedback. You tap it down here at the bottom. And you can go ahead and say, send feedback at the bottom. Then you can type in whatever the heck you want. I hate the fact that I can't change the graphic colors. Can you add that to the app? I mean, that's the only way to send it to them so that they know. So send them that feedback, and hopefully, you know, they'll act on that. If not, it is what it is. At least you send it to them and you let them know. All right. All right, West Coast Chicano. What's up, West Coast Chicano? He says the new interface is fantastic. By the way, there's no way to send super chats because the $ icon is missing. Great live stream. No super chats, huh? Well, it is what it is. Well, you know, for me, you're right. For this one, you know, there is no, I always forget about that because I got 2 channels. So I put that in the comments about super chats and super stickers, but this channel isn't monetized yet because it doesn't have enough watch time hours. So in order to get monetization, I need to have 1,000 subscribers on this channel, which I have, but I also need 4,000 watch time hours, which I only have like 1,700 watch time hours. So I don't know if that's because of how many videos I have, or like I got 40 something, 50 videos on this channel. So, but I know that the videos on this channel, the views are low compared to my other channel and how many views I get on it. And in reality, most of the views that I get on both of these channels are from non-subscribers. So there's people going out there looking up stuff, finding the videos and watching them, right? But I'm not getting enough watch time hours. So trying to, you know, use thumbnails, good titles and things like that, so that the YouTube algorithm picks up on these mobile tutorials that I'm making. And in that way, it'll get monetized. And that way, I will have the super chat and the super sticker icon. But I put that in the chat in error because every time I do a live stream, I don't know, I'm just thinking, which channel am I on? So I must have thought about the wrong channel. My bad. But if you guys watch more of my content, watch them all to the end, that'll help so I can get more support in making these videos. So thank you. SB Promo Vid says color coding in the timeline is good. Yes, es muy bueno. I love it. Zunez Play says compatible with Android 11. I have no idea if it's compatible with Android 11 or not. I mean, I guess you would have to look on the Play Store and see which versions it's compatible with. All right, I got Peter J. Milner who says, does anyone know if footage from the Sony RX 100 MK7 is S-Log is supported? The 422 10-bit S-Log 3 isn't. I have no idea. If anybody else knows the answer to that, help them out. Of course, I could try to look it up and figure it out, but right now, in the middle of something. I'm kind of like in the middle of something right now. Yeah, I thought so. So Peter J. Milner also says, I turn off auto updates in the Play Store settings. Yeah, I thought it was either in the Play Store or in the device itself. So thanks for confirming that. Appreciate that. Yep. SB Promo Vids confirms the same thing. Just did his. Red Hot Reactions. Personally, didn't like the new layout. But the color coding is fab. Yeah, I mean, there's always going to be, like, you know, things that people don't like about those changes. I mean, just the word change sometimes makes some people just cringe because, you know, change means adjustment. You know, and there has to be a time period when you got to get used to the change. And, you know, eventually, I'm sure you'll probably get used to it. You may not still like it, though. You know what I mean? You may hate it forever, but you'll get used to using it if you continue to use the program, if that's the decision that you make. And at the end of the day, you know, we all have an adjustment period that we're going to need to get to in order to get comfortable using it with the new layout. But I hear you. um, layout changes, to each his own, right? So Sai Krishna says make videos on photo editing. No, this channel is not about photo editing. This channel is about using the PowerDirector video editor app. So I mean, there's plenty of plenty of other channels out there that make tutorials about photo editing. So if that's what you want, go to that. This is the niche that I'm, I guess, fulfilling for people out there who want to use this. For people who want to make photos, they find another channel that does it. Let's see. Sai Krishna says, I'm following both your channels. I appreciate that you're following both the channels and you subscribe to both of them. It means a lot to me. Those people who subscribe to both channels, I guess there's people who are using both apps for video editing, the app and the program. So it means a lot to me that people feel like my tutorial, my style, the way that I present the information is useful enough for them to want to subscribe to both of those channels. And you know, even though I said no to the photo editing that Sai Krishna brought up, it still to me is I guess it's a compliment that someone wants me to make photo editing tutorials, because once again they see value in the way that I present the information, the fun that I may be having, whatever the case may be. So they want to see other types of tutorials besides PowerDirector video editor app and PC app, like tutorials by me. They want to see me do other types of tutorials because they like the way that I deliver the information. But I can't do that. I can, but I'm not willing to. It's not something that I feel that I want to do. Let's see. So we got some people telling, we got red hot reactions, and we got West Coast Chicano confirming to Zuna's plays that Android 11 works. So thank you for that confirmation, people. All right, so I'm just trying to get to the next page of information on here. All right, see if I missed anything here. So Mike Ikem, what's up, Mike? Says hi there from good old. See now, I don't know my flags, man. I do not know my flags. Is that like, what is that, Denmark or something? I don't know my flags, man. You're gonna have to give me names. Look, I wish I knew all the flags that's out there. There's a lot of flags. But I don't know them all. But, you know, help me out, people. What flag was that? I'm trying to say hi to you, Mike, but I don't know where you hollering at me from. But I appreciate you wherever you coming from, because the more people that come at me from different places, it means that people are appreciating what I'm putting out there. So all gravy. Oh, thank you, Mike. Mike said it is Austria. My apologies to all my people from Austria out there for not knowing your flag. I'm hurt. I'm disappointed in myself right now. Really, I am disappointed in myself. But shout out to Austria. Thank you for tuning in, Mike. Appreciate you, man. 10-bit video. Does PD Android handle 10-bit video okay? Once again, I'd have to look that up. Or if someone else out there has used 10-bit video with it, then go ahead and let SB Promo Vids know. I'm guessing that it probably won't, but that's just a guess. I mean, we can always look that stuff up if we really, really, really want to know. Let's see. I'm gonna look it up. All right. So I am on the Play Store, and doesn't really give like a good specifications, like list of specifications or files that could be imported or things like that. It's just kind of giving some basic info on here. Not really what I would hope to see as far as from a official list of specs to follow. So that would have to be something that I would have to get more information on. Matter of fact, let me do this and see if I can. Nope. Can't find it right now, people. A lot of reviews out there and stuff like that, but nothing that's really telling me the specs. So my guess is that we would have to kind of reach out once again if I were going to do anything to kind of figure out the answer to that. Then I would do once again the send feedback option in the app and ask through the app to see what kind of responses I get, whether or not it's going to be something that it supports. So ask through the app. They should be able to answer you pretty quick on that one. Sometimes when you ask questions on the app, it takes a few days. But with something as simple as that, I think that somebody should be able to get back to you pretty quick to tell you if it supports 10-bit or not. Yeah, there we go. So Peter J. Milner says he tried 422 10-bit S-Log3. It appears in a timeline, but not in the preview, and the audio will play, but the video doesn't show. Yeah, that's what I thought. Like I said, I don't think it supports 10-bit, but Peter, you just kind of went ahead and confirmed what my thoughts were, that it wouldn't really support 10-bit. I don't think it's made for that level of complexity as far as the video files. Yep. And he sent feedback. Good. So glad that you sent that feedback, because that means that they will get back to you. They'll let you know if it's going to do it in the future or not, or if there's something wrong, they'll let you know. I mean, they're good about getting back to you. It's just about the duration. How long does it take for them to get back to you? That's usually the issue, because they'll get back, but might not be as quickly as you want to, especially if you're on a timeline. You got things to do, okay? Because when you got things to do, it's important for people to get back to you quickly. Let's see if I got anything else on here. Any other comments? Said it does the same thing on the PC version. That's interesting. So as far as a PC version, I mean, this ain't really a PC video, but I know that the PC version does support 10-bit. Now, I don't know if it's 420 and not 422, right? It might be that it supports a different version of 10-bit. Let me see real quick. Just looking stuff up, so don't think I froze or something like that. I'm just looking things up, people. Let's see. Specs. I'm looking through the specs for PowerDirector for PC. There we go. Finally, it took about 15 minutes for it to come on the screen. Let's see. Looking for a 10-bit on here. Doesn't really say whether or not it does 10-bit. So if you look at the file support, it really breaks it down to 4.2. So you got here that it supports, or it does right here, MOV ProRes 10-bit 422. So if it's MOV H.264 or ProRes or Alpha, if it's 10-bit 422, it will support it. So it depends on, Peter, if it depends on like what your footage is. So you got that S log, but you didn't really say, is it H.264? Is it ProRes? Like, what is the codec for that footage? Really, S log is just like the profile, right? What's the codec in there? So kind of look at that. If it's not one of these on here, so it says MOV, if it's not MOV 10-bit 422, it's not gonna work. Okay. Seems to me like the other options on here, if you look, it supports ProRes 422, V210 422, MP4 420 8-bit. So it supports 8-bit 420. And then HDR, you got MXF AVC 420, XAVC 420. So basically, the only option on here that I see is as 10-bit 422 is MOV. So if that slog file that you have is not MOV, and even if it is MOV, it needs to be one of these compressions inside of that MOV file. So if it's not one of these compression types inside of that MOV file, then it's not going to work. So it has to be MOV, one of these compressions, and then 10-bit 422 will work. That's how it goes down. Yeah, but it's MP4, but is it... Okay, so he says it's MP4. So MP4, if you look on here, MP4 just supports 8-bit 420. Okay? Once again, it has to be an MOV to be 10-bit 422. And then that MOV file has to have one of these compressions inside of it. If it's not MOV and one of these compressions, it won't support 10-bit 422. MP4, the highest it'll go is 8-bit 420. And once again, if it is MP4, it has to be one of these two, XAVCS or XAVC, right? So that's the issue. If it's MP4, it doesn't support it. Has to be MOV. That makes sense? Hopefully that makes sense. All right. So there that is. It is what it is. So we went over all of the things as far as the updates for the program. We went through the UI changes. We went through all of the different content that was added for the titles, the filters that were added. We talked about the different layout changes. We talked about the color theme changes. All of that stuff, man. Overall, I like it. Of course, there are going to be things that we're not going to like about the updates and the changes. But at the end of the day, I think that it is a move forward for the app. Every month, I'm very impressed by the fact that every month they're giving us something. If you're a subscriber to the if you're a subscriber, you have a subscription to the app, then you're getting something new every month. And that's really impressive so far, at least from what I've seen. They keep on delivering on that, which is really cool. So they must have a pretty good strategy on how they're going to do updates in order to continue to do that on a monthly basis. I'm impressed by that. I can't wait to see what else they're going to be bringing in the future. I want you guys out there to let me know what other types of videos you want to see on this channel. If you want to see more PowerDirector app tutorials, what types of tutorials do you want to see? Let me know. I have a link in each video's description that leads to a tutorial request form. Go to any one of the descriptions in my videos, click on see more, and you can scroll through till you find that tutorial request form. Please use that and give me any requests for tutorials that you have. If you're not a subscriber to the app, if you have the free version and you're thinking about upgrading to the subscription, please use the app in my video descriptions. Each one of my tutorials has a link to the app, to the Android store, and to the Apple store, so that you can buy it. If you use those links, I get a small percentage of, you know, your subscription for the initial subscription. I don't get I should get some every month. It renews, but I don't. No worries though. I ain't trying to be greedy, but that money does help me continue to make videos for the channel, helps me to go ahead and get the tools that I need to provide to you quality tutorials. So I want to thank all you guys for joining me today. It's been a beautiful day out here in San Antonio, Texas. Wherever you at, I hope you're having a beautiful day as well. I hope that you're all blessed to have a prosperous day. If you're going to get out there and make videos, get out there and have some fun. If not, I hope that you still have a great day regardless of what it is that you do today. Thank you so much.